All right, guys, I'm gonna take you on a quick walk around of my Nortstar utility bed. It's like a SD model or something like that. Let me show you. I've had it for like, I don't know, not even a year yet. I just want to show you some of the things that I love and some of the things I hate about it. Let's just get into it. I'm gonna be honest, for starters, the reason why I bought this bed was I liked the way it looked. It looked a lot better than a lot of the other ones that were similar to this, right? And this is a contractor bed, so it's got boxes in it. It does have a big steel deck to where you can put pallets and stuff in there, which is pretty cool. It's got the big like lights on it, so it does light up pretty good. But I do have some complaints, and I want to get into that. All right, so the paint is pretty terrible quality. There's multiple spots where it's already starting to chip off. And guys, everything that I'm going to talk about here, it's not like the end of the world. I'm just a fabricator, millwright, welder by trade. So these little things, these small details kind of irritate me. Just kind of expected like a little bit more, I guess. The tailgate alignment is pretty terrible. The fit up and the welds that were just kind of left behind don't look good at all. Again, the welds are not awesome. When this truck bed actually came in, the headache rack was bent really bad. I actually drove 4 hours one way to have this bed installed, and I didn't really have much option. But so they did discount the bed for me a little bit, which made me feel a little bit better. Oh, by the way, I lost my fuel cap today, so I just shoved one in it that I had laying around. Doesn't fit right, but anyways. All right, a couple other things that I don't like. These latches really suck. They freeze. So like right now, because I'm in middle of nowhere, Missouri, it's super cold out. I leave them open. But then of course, like some of the guys I work with or whatever, they're just being nice guys. They'll go over there and just shut them for me. And I'm like, and then sometimes they freeze down, which is actually why the tip of this one's broke off. And this one over here is completely broke off because, it froze down. And by the time I got it open, it was junk and I had to get in it. So is what it is. And yeah, this is a short bed, so the boxes are pretty small, right? Like they're not ideal. I would love to be able to have a little bit more room in them, but it kind of is what it is. I didn't exactly when all this happened, when I got this truck, my original intention was not what happened. Like, bumper and wheels, tires and bed and everything wasn't the original plan at all. It just kind of happened. I got tired of my tools rolling around in the bed of my truck, and I had Milwaukee pack out and they were leaking, and anyways, my tools and shit were just getting destroyed. So I had enough and ordered one of these. But anyways, just pretty simple. Got all the power tools and stuff on this side, and like long levels and long pry bars on that side. This side just got the welding hoods, drill bits, little shit like that. There we go. This side, really nothing fits in these small boxes. There's one on the other side. Except for like straps, welding rods fit really good. And on that side, I got like my rubber boots and stuff like that. Other than that, man, you're not really getting a whole lot in there. Some like a tub of towels I've had in there a few times. I've told everybody on TikTok and stuff that this is my favorite compartment. Actually, holds ton. It's pretty deep, right? It goes back to about where the hitch is. So I got it just like jam packed with like straps and cords and ropes and these little tie down things that are super handy. But this is my favorite compartment. I have more just in that than you would expect, I guess. Coming around on this side, pretty simple. Oh, this really sucks too. These shocks are always falling off, and actually, let me put this piece of shit back on real quick, because I literally have done this 1,000 times. They just continue to fall off. On this side, on these boxes right here, I don't really have much in that one yet. Mainly because I actually want to I'm going to build like built-in drawers for that. I think that'll be pretty handy, about all you can put in there. But anyways, these shocks that came on this from the factory had to be removed because the door would only open up to like this. I'm dead serious. Whenever they showed me the bed, actually they were showing me the bent headache rack whenever this was discovered. I was like, wow, does it have any other damage? And I went to open the door, and it was literally like, I don't know, it's hard to get it, but it's like, boom. I'm like, what? I looked at the guys, I'm like, what's that? And they're like, I don't know. That's not gonna work, is it? I'm like, fuck no. So anyways, they put these little things on there, which work, I guess. But again, you know, it's kind of one of those like, it works. Here, am I being nitpicky? Maybe a little, but you know, here's like just more like everywhere, man. The paint's kind of chipping off. Oh, and a lot of people comment about the SeaDek. I literally have people ask me about this everywhere I go, all the job sites I go on. The number one reason that I put this on here was because the very first day I was working out of it, had a bunch of drill bits setting up here and just, you know, drill. And I had shit setting up here, okay? And when I grabbed my drill and went to put a new bit in it, they were smoking hot. I was like, dude, I need to put something on here that like, so whatever I put on here doesn't, you can't fry an egg on this damn thing, you know? And it turned out to be super handy. It looks pretty cool, but more than anything, it's super handy when you want to put stuff on it. It doesn't get really hot. Also, when you're hooking up the hitch, because that's something else that's super handy about it. Obviously, you probably noticed it's low enough to where you can pull every gooseneck that my company has. It's like just a normal bed, you know, but / utility bed. I don't know. So anyways, I'm rambling on here, but the SeaDek is super handy when you jump up on here, got your knees on it, whatever, and you're working in there. I'll jump up in there and kind of show you my toolbox. I kind of got a little bit kind of a handy tip maybe for you. All right, I'm climbing up in this bitch. All right, so obviously it's not ideal, right, that you got to get in the bed of your, you know, utility bed that I spent all this money on to do, but I just still didn't have enough room. So like I said before, I had a bunch of pack outs. So these little plastic trays are actually out of pack outs. Some of the little pack outs are actually still in here. But these are super handy because, like, okay, so I wanted my toolbox to where I could just grab it and take it completely out. I didn't want individual things in there to where I'm like, oh, let me grab that pair of pliers, or let me grab that level. I want to be able to grab all the levels. I want to be able to grab all the paint cans, all of whatever, you know? So anyways, long story short, I have like all of my pliers right here, boom. And then if you want to reach that, I have all of my levels right here. You know, I've got all of my screwdrivers because, again, I don't really need many screwdrivers for what I do. All my drill bits, but I have extra drill bits, extra ratchets, extra extensions. This is just extra, like, of all the super common wrenches that you use and lose, both metric and standard. So anyways, I wanted to be able to grab it and just go. Like, for what I do, man, I may be walking like 1,000 stairs to get to where I'm going. So I wanted to be able to grab like everything and go and not be like, I'm gonna grab that one single wrench, put it in my pocket or whatever. So anyways, works out pretty sweet. And then you can just put them back in here. But I did have to trim these down just a little bit, so that way they fit in here side by side. All right, I'm not gonna take everything out of here, but like, I can take all of my paint cans right out. I can take all of my, this is just random hardware that I have, take it right out. This is just some electrical fittings and electrical tape. These are just grinding wheels. And honestly, that's gonna change because it's kind of wasted space, right? I just haven't found a super handy spot for my grinding wheels yet. So anyways, they're in there. The only thing I didn't really cover was these little boxes, super small, all PPE in there for the most part. Mainly just for the fact that like when a safety guy or something comes by, I want to be able to grab it really quick, or like sometimes as soon as you step out on a job site, you need to put that shit on. So it's right there, close and easy. Normally I have a cooler sitting right here, but like I said, it's freezing cold. So that's what this cable's for. It's attached far up in there, so you can't get it off, but I actually just lock my cooler to it. It's actually just sitting right here. So you just lock the cooler to it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Truck's super dirty. I meant to wash it today. Hopefully I'll get it done tomorrow. Overall, like, I am happy with it. I'm going to modify the latches and, you know, the locks and shit like that to make it make a little bit more sense, make it easier and it doesn't freeze. Overall, I'm happy with it. I definitely am so much more prepared and organized and ready when I go to job sites now. Like, it really is amazing. I'm lost without this truck. So anyways, hope if you're like me, this video will be useful for you, because I was looking, like, before I bought a bed, I was looking for different reviews and shit like that to find what I wanted. and I couldn't find anybody that had like real life working experience out of one of these beds. Found a couple maybe with like the long beds, but nobody with a short bed. And even the long bed ones really weren't like, they were more sales pitchy, I guess, than real shit. So anyways, hope this helped you guys. And like and subscribe, man. This is YouTube. I forget about that shit, man. I'm just some like low rent TikToker.